Namaste. This video is for those who are contemplating suicide or who are on their deathbed, as in their body is damaged to a level where they feel like having a new body in a new birth is better than trying to reverse age this current body, or is damaged to that level where it will take a long time and a lot of effort for the body to reverse age. This video is also for people who are living in a war-prone area where death can come to them anytime, and also for people who are in professions where death can come to them anytime. The purpose of this video is to gift these people with a process that will help them make a conscious choice of what should be their next birth like. Many times it happens that majority of people are not able to choose a better life, a better birth, and they end up in endless cycles of suffering in the next birth. So the process explained in this video will help you to get rid of all the baggages that are shaping your decisions, that are taking energy away from you, stopping you from thinking high energy thoughts which will enable you to create a high energy future for yourself. What you need to do this process? First of all, you need an environment where you can get a lot of sunlight. But if you are living in a country and currently are in a season where it's not possible to have like a bright sunlight, it's okay. You can't do better than what's available at this moment. So let whatever sunlight can come inside, let it come. So you can choose either your terrace, your garden, or if that's not available to you, then your room where there is a lot of sunlight. Why is this necessary? It's because sunlight raises your energy. It raises the energy of the environment, allows high energy spirits to be around you to support you in this process. So light is very important, and that's why this environment is necessary. Now, if you have collection of your childhood photographs where you are between just born to up to 2-3 years old, if it is available, or if you have a collection of your childhood photos that you can take with you and then sit in the environment as I described earlier. You also need like 2-3 hours of solitude, so request people to not disturb you. And if you are in a zone where there is a lot of noise and violence going outside, you might have trained your mind to ignore or filter such noises. You can use that skill to focus on this process. Then there are a few steps to this. The first step is to, if you have the photos, look at the photo and observe the energy of yourself when you had just come into this world and it had not been so long, not so long time spent in conditioning, which eventually brings low energy feelings like fear, hatred, anger. See the innocent to you, see your big aura, your big energy, observe it, and let that observation do whatever it has to do in your mind. Like your mind will start flowing, thoughts will pour in. Whatever the mind has to do, let it do the process. Now, for those who don't have pictures, try to recollect the earliest memory you can from this birth and allow it to do the same. Allow thoughts to pour in, just like if you would see a photograph. As these thoughts are coming, now you will be in a dream state, and in that state you can direct your thoughts to observe your whole life from that moment on till now. Let it flow freely. If things are coming up randomly, that's totally fine. What you need to do is, sorry, I forgot to tell you that you need to take a notebook and a pen. But since you're watching this video completely and then going to do the process, it's not a problem. Remember to take a notebook and a pen before starting this process. Now, when the dream is flowing, when you are watching yourself, your story from your childhood till now, start to observe the events where you feel like there is strong emotions attached to it and you do not want this thing to ever happen in your life story again. When you observe that and when you feel it in your body, then note it down. Now, while noting down, you need to make 2 columns. In the left column, you write a serial number and just write like few words for the event, for the incidents where you do not want the thing to happen to you again. Just write that. For example, if there was a situation, say like a bad relationship or an abuse, you write it down that whatever you feel like about it, that this thing shouldn't happen again. Now you repeat this for all the events that keep occurring to your mind until everything is fully and finally exhausted, that the list is fully exhausted, and then you stop. We will be coming back to the list again, but now we are going to move ahead to step 2. Now, in the second step, you need to list down the questions you have ever had since your childhood till now, where you don't know answers to how things work in this world, why things happen in this world, the knowledge which gives you the power to create something. If you wish to create something and you do not have that knowledge, all such questions you need to write down. Do not stop until you exhaust the full list. Once you feel that this list is complete, take a break, just relax for a few seconds. Then come back to the list that you had made, the column, the first column. Now we are going to make entries in the second column. You need to see the event, and whatever you noted down, the memory will come back. You need to note down what else can happen here which could be in the interest of both or multiple parties involved. For example, you had the power, the other person had the power, or other people had the power, and the situation could have been a win-win-win for everybody and everything involved. How could that have been turned out? Say for example, this situation happened with your mom. So you need to imagine that there is a mother and you are interacting with her. Do not see or do not give the complete attribute of your mother to this mother, okay? Just dream up the new mother, dream up a new you, dream up the environment, how you are adding beauty to the environment. You do this for all the events, then you have transformed the energy of the negative situation into positive. It is like a yagna you are doing with your mind. You're transforming, you are becoming the fire, you're transforming this situation which was unconsciously sucking the life out of you. Because this was not resolved, your prana was going into this situation and your prana was draining. Now it is converted into a new situation. So the energy is released. It has gotten direction for a new situation. Now you complete this for all the events that you noted down. Once you do this, then take a break. Now go back to the questions and see if all the questions are still valid. If yes, then make a prayer to whoever you think has the power to bless you for the fulfillment of this prayer. Pray sincerely that please bless me, that I get the right knowledge as answers to my questions, so that I can create a better future for myself and everyone else who comes in contact with me. Once you do this prayer, the same day if you have time, or the next day, you should start dreaming up how do you want your future or next birth to be like. Now here, remember, people who do not think expansively or include others and the earth and people beyond just their family, friends, what happens to them is they end up in roles, in situations where their life is limited to the same repeated story again. So what happens when you're so limited? The problem is that even though your consciousness, your awareness is limited, you will be affected by what's happening around the world. If you're living on earth, the events that occur at any corner in the world have a ripple effect and eventually affect you. So if your consciousness is small, then you will end up becoming a victim. If the situations are bad, if the situations are good, you will enjoy it. So your control over your situation is limited to your awareness. Now, say for example, a prime minister or a king or anybody who is aware of what's happening around the world, thinks about what's happening around the world, and their desires are shaped accordingly. Like what they want cannot be fulfilled if the environment doesn't support it. So if they have the power, then they can do actions which will change the situation eventually or faster in their favor. But this is the second layer. The third layer is that you are living on earth. Say you choose to be born on earth, then you're living on earth. Then there are laws here. The laws of the land, the law of the earth, the laws that enter your mind through stories, any laws. So you will be, your life will be subjected to those laws. So you need to be aware of what laws are you under the influence of. So it all depends upon your awareness. So when you're dreaming, dream for the betterment of everyone. Pray for the knowledge to be in service of Mother Earth, because she supports who obey her laws. Even if you don't know them, just make a prayer. She can hear you. She is a living being. She is more living. She has more life than you have. If you sow a seed in a ground, the seed grows into a tree. She is supporting, she is giving birth to so many beings. She is more conscious and alive than a human being. So are the elements, the sky, the earth, the water, the fire, the side that you see, the light, the winds. Everybody is more alive than humans these days, and they are more intelligent than human beings. So the biggest mistake that human beings do is that they are above these. They some anyway, that could be another video in future. It will need its own video to talk on this topic, but the point is that dream big, expand your awareness, expand your consciousness. So now when you're dreaming, dream big with more awareness. Let the process continue over days if you really need to refine your dream and have clarity. Until you get complete clarity and your heart says, yes, this is what I want, you continue it. Also, please note that this doesn't exempt you from the curses, the heartfelt curses that you may or may not have received. If you have received, this will not exempt you from that, because everybody is a jiva and everybody is as powerful as you. They are your brothers and sisters, no matter which body they have taken in this birth. So everybody has the same power as you. So if they have cursed you from their heart, and if they really wished that you learn a lesson, that might still happen even if you do this process in the next birth. Many times it happens that somebody has cursed from their heart because you did something which was not fair to them. People who want to avenge something or have cursed, that manifests when it is possible. Kali Yuga seems like the curse manifestation time from the curses and the revenges which were incomplete in the previous yugas. Everything is compressed and is happening at the same time. Even curses from plants, animals, Mother Earth. So always to avoid further curses, you need to behave with respect, awareness, and respect people's consent. This doesn't mean that you should hurt yourself to respect others. Respecting means you respect yourself and others, and allow only which is in the higher interest of yourself, others, and everyone. Now, the cultures where slavery is okay, cultures where atrocities are okay, this obviously breaks this rule and they will be in an endless cycle of suffering. So this subject of consent is another topic by itself. I will cover it sometime in the future, whenever it's the right time. But for now, you can do this process which I have explained. It's not complete yet. Once you are very clear and fulfilled that this is what you want, then you will observe that your energy, which was going and leaking in unconscious, suppressed thoughts and emotions, will all get released. You will feel lighter, your energy will expand, you will live longer than you would before you started this process. So go ahead and do it. And also others who this video was not for, but you still watched it till the end, you are meant to share this video so that it reaches the right people now and in future. So if you felt that there was truth in what I said, if you felt connected, if you resonated with this video, do share it. Do share it wherever you feel like sharing, and may this video reach people and raise everyone's energy. Thank you. Also, if you did this process and you felt the changes that happened, do communicate to me in my DM here on Instagram. If you're watching this on YouTube, then do write me a mail. I have given my email ID in the description below. If you have any questions after doing this process, then you can send it away to me. If I know the answers, then I will answer in my upcoming videos. And there is one more thing you need to do. After you complete this whole process, you need to start clearing up the space and either donating or putting the belongings which do not serve you anymore, which do not serve your new energy anymore. You need to get rid of them in a good way, like give it away to people who need it, or if there is a waste, discard it properly or convert it into something beautiful. That's all you need to do. May Shiva bless you with a great future that brings beauty not only in your life but on this earth for everyone to enjoy.